आपका experience regarding the children, how is the response towards astronomy and space?
There is a lot of excitement. There is a lot of curiosity with respect to astronomy, space exploration in general. And I'm very happy to come here to Goa. There were almost 1,000+ kids who were there interacting with me, and it was just a super fascinating experience.
Okay, sir. Goa is the first state in India to introduce astronomy as an independent subject for 9th and 10th standard. Full fledged textbooks और journals है. लोग स्कूलों में practicals करते हैं telescope के साथ. What do you think about that?
I think it is a great initiative. Astronomy is a science which inherently has the capability of exciting and generating curiosity in kids. And if it is being included as a part of curriculum, I think the reach will significantly increase. So I would compliment the government on having such initiatives. उन्होंने जिस तरह का ये पहल की है और मैं आशा करता हूँ और I would hope that such measures are taken elsewhere in other states as well. And overall in the country, this excitement about space exploration should increase.
You had spoken about your muscle loss research on outer space. What were the key findings of that, and how do you think that will help in the Gaganyaan mission when it happens? So how would you connect both of them?
Yes, so the experiment was finding ways to prevent the muscle degradation that happens in space, the muscle atrophy that happens, and the scientists wanted to use 2 different supplements to see if that works. Now we got very good results, positive, encouraging results. The papers would be out very soon, publishing the findings. But these are, clinical trials. They take time. We cannot say that in one experiment we have found the, solution. So this will take time and it will go on. But this solution is not going to be just applicable for space. On ground as well, we have muscle degenerative diseases that we have. So to take care of that or to act as a medicine in those cases, also this research is going to be very helpful. And these are the ways wherein space science, helps definitely for future space travels, but it also helps us here on Earth for possible problems that we have. There are solutions that we can find in space. If you are able to prove that supplements help, we can administer those supplements to astronauts who are traveling for long duration missions to prevent muscle, loss. As we move towards future missions, especially our own space stations, a lot of aspects, from space medicine to space nutrition to physiology, clinical science in space, a lot of these are going to open up in our country. And so we should be looking out, the kids should be made aware that this is what is happening, and they can pursue space irrespective of which domain they come from. Mission Gaganyaan is the mission in which we will send a human to space and bring them back safely. So currently my role and my mission is to, whatever experience that I have gained, is to put back into our own program to see that whatever we are doing, it is safe and secure and reliable in a way. And also it is not a one-off mission. It is not that we want to go to space and come back and that is the end of it. We have a full plan of we want to sustain this for future and moving on to more complex and more ambitious missions post that. So that is what the aim is. That is what we are working on right now. And hopefully soon enough we will see a human Indian launching to space and coming back, and then eventually gradually we'll build it up from there. All the science that we did in my mission was created or curated with an aim that we want to do human spaceflight missions in the future, long duration spaceflight missions. So all these scientific experiments were with that thought process. Now we have conducted science, we have got the data, the scientists are evaluating the data. It takes some time, the process takes time. Soon enough you will see papers coming out based on this research that we have done. But more than that, I would say that the learning that has been there for us has been to learn the ecosystem of how you enable science in space. That is in itself a huge field, a big field.
Now even the budget they have put a 2%
Yes.
increase for.
So we are going to set up these processes in place because we also want to have these mechanisms in place when our space station goes up, because we also want to conduct science. Right. Message to so I think such festivals, I've been a part of few of these festivals earlier also. I think that they are a great way of making the kids aware of what India is doing, what are the possibilities for them in future, and what all can they do to be a part of it. That is what my message to them was when I was talking to them also. So by calling experts or people who have done well in different fields, I think it gives a message that we care and we are actively promoting these things. So the kids also see the excitement and they want to be a part of it in future. So I think overall it helps a lot in nation building.